Hi everyone, and welcome to another Go Mojo Go video. I had a successful run last Manufacturers Cup, and here we are qualifying in first place at the Red Bull Ring. So let's see if I can make it 2 from 2. Now it's actually in the wet today. It's a light shower, it's a wet track. We're on intermediate tyres. And generally speaking, I try and avoid wet weather races because I'm not really comfortable with the tyre model in this game, the wet weather tyre model. The grip is very, well, it feels like you're driving on ice basically. I always have been struggling with this wet weather type of race ever since it was introduced a few months ago in Gran Turismo. But I did about half an hour practice before this race started, or maybe 45 minutes, and I think I started to get the hang of this wet weather race driving. So here we go, hashtag pray for Mojo as we approach turn 1, which is always a brown pants moment, and it looks like I got away cleanly there. Step and say, I can't even pronounce the name. He kept his distance, so he didn't do anything silly like dive bomb, so good on him for that. As we approach turn 2 though, it's going to get pretty dicey now. It's a bit more compact now. And we've got Adrian. Oh no, he got a bit of bump and he sort of lost it, but he's regained control. Good on him. But yeah, that's actually given me a little bit of a break from Stepaside Jr. I'll call him Stepaside Jr. That's what his name is in the McLaren F1. So far so good. I'm keeping the throttle and the braking nice and smooth. It's the only way you can get through this race without spinning the car. Slightest input of the throttle while you're turning will spin the car around, so you've got to be really careful about your throttle inputs when driving the wet weather here in Gran Turismo. Probably applies to any game, to be honest, but yeah, I'm in this particular format I'm very cautious. So what I've been doing basically is trying to do all my braking in a straight line and just let it glide through without putting any braking input or accelerating input around the corners, and let the tyres do the rest of it, provided I'm not going too fast though. There's a tiny bit of a wheel spin back there, but not too bad. So yeah, I've been trying to do that for the whole race, and here we are, fast forwarding to lap 4. Still got a bit of a gap, but Adrian is right up my clacker. He's in my slipstream. I give him no room for the inside. He forces him to go on the outside, but he's done a bit of a switchback here. He's got a much better run, and I think he's got the inside line, so I'm pretty much on the back foot here. I'm not going to do anything silly. He's on the inside, I'm going to give that to him. I don't want to have any incidents so early in the race. A bit of lag there. So look at all that spray coming up from behind. All I'm going to try and do is just stick in his slipstream as much as I can and hope that he gets a little too overzealous with the accelerator. If I apply that pressure, he might sort of slide out and give me an opportunity to pass, but I'm going to do my best to stay as close to Adrian as I can. But he's looking quite quick at the moment. I think he started way back in P5, so he's got a bit of speed. And the Porsche, with being a mid-engine car, is very good in this wet weather condition, so he gets a bit taily there, which allows me to get into a slipstream. I might actually be in a position to take the inside. Here we go. Hold your breath. Or he's backed off there, but once again he's doing the over and under. He's got a better run, and yeah, he takes that right back from me. So we've got a bit of a race in our hands, ladies and gentlemen. I've got number 7 on my door, so that is my target, to not drop below number 7. Ideally though, I'd come in on a podium, but in these conditions, nothing, you can't count on that happening. These tight turns are so tricky. You can see I was just losing the rear end a little bit there. But yeah, I'm trying to stay as close to Adrian as I can, just apply as much pressure and hopefully he will make a mistake. So here we are, fast forwarded all the way to the last lap, mainly because nothing really changed. I was behind Adrian the whole way, and yeah, I think Branchy has made a good run into third place, but he's a few seconds behind me. There was been no dramas throughout the whole race. It's been pretty, I wouldn't say boring, but not uneventful, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, I haven't really been able to make much ground with Adrian. In fact, he started to pull away in this last lap, and Branchy's actually started to catch up with me. So I'm more worried about what's going on behind me right now than what's going on in front of me. Nice and slow through here. I'm always worried in the last lap, especially in wet weather, and I'm going to be a bit too keen on the throttle. So I'm just going to take it easy. I'll let Branchy catch me and do the work to get past me. I'm in control at this point. It looks like we've caught up with back markers as well, so some people have had a rough time in this race. But yeah, it looks like Adrian's got this in the bag. I should be able to take the second. Here we are, we've got Adrian on the final turn right now. And it looks like he's gone loose. He's lost it around the final turn, and it's my chance to see if I can get past him. Or he's trying to cut me off. Just squeeze through, and just like that, I win the race. One mistake is all it took. Right at the very end. Wow. What? Sometimes luck smiles at you, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it did. What a fantastic ending. He did try to cut me off, which I wasn't too happy about, but it all worked out in the end. Got a win, 2 wins in a row. Super chuffed about that. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy that little brief summary of my manufacturer's race, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care and see you then.